What's going on, guys? It is day 34 of our 100-day challenge, where I challenge myself to upload a video every single day for 100 days straight. And I am very excited because we're just going to take a step back, slow it down, and play some classic WoW. TBC classic, to be specific. I am level 66, almost getting close to 67 here, and no particular topic or area of discussion today. Maybe we'll get into a few things, but we're gonna get the stream started. See if anyone is going to end up joining us, hanging out tonight. It would be cool. It would be cool if they did. If not, no worries. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing. I'll probably head over here, finish up some of these quests, and we're almost 67, so might end up venturing into Nagrand. I think that would be a good option. Looks like we've got lots and lots of quests. If we go over here, whatever this landmark is, city, town, outpost, there's a bunch of quests, and there's a bunch of stuff over here that we could pick up as well. We'll be a good level by that. Falcon, how's it going, my friend? I don't want to be here. I'm here against my will. Me too, Falcon. Me too. Zoe put me at gunpoint. She said, "You go and stream, husband. Go and make us $2 tonight. If you don't, you will face my wrath." I said, okay. All right, I'll go play some video games. I'm sorry. Good evening, good evening. How are you? I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. I'm gonna be totally honest. I am very tired. I made a video on my ZMAC Plus channel talking about everything that's been happening, everything that's going on. And I'm still dealing with a little bit of sickness, unfortunately. I don't know if I can actually run through there. Yeah, just keep dealing with some sickness. I don't know if, hey, Voldemortal, how's it going, dude? Yeah, I don't know if it's a bug, a virus. It could just be that my body is not able to keep up with the PT and workout and healing process. I really don't know. Falcon gifted a sub. Thank you so much, Falcon. Oh my gosh, Falcon, you really do not need to do that, my dude. Dr. Puma, welcome. Hey, we've got some people joining us. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. I know it's been a minute since I've actually been streaming. I kind of took a step back from streaming. Something really interesting happened, and I'm sure some of you that are smarter than me could make sense of it, but it seemed like the more frequent that I was streaming, the more often I was streaming, the less people were actually wanting to show up and hang out. A couple weeks ago, maybe it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was streaming almost daily, or close to it. And I was averaging 1 or 2 viewers, which is fine, but it's not as fun, and it's a little bit more tiring when you're just kind of talking to yourself for an hour. So I've kind of taken a step back from streaming because I'm not like, oh, people are, it's more like, okay, people are busy, people aren't able to show up this frequently. So I'm not blaming, I'm more just blaming myself. It's probably like, okay, maybe that just wasn't a good decision. And I've taken more of a, oops, I did not mean to do that. Oh well. I've taken more of the, let's just go on, play for a bit, do a little topical discussion recording for the 100-day challenge, and leave it at that, and then work on my actual main channel video. So I just got my main channel video, the next one, recorded today. So all the vocals are done. I just gotta piece it together, and hopefully we'll have that out in the next few days or so. Maybe by like Tuesday, Wednesday this coming week. It's not the... So I was planning on doing the Draenei Shaman video. It's actually not that. It's going to be a little bit more of a topical, more of a broad topic that I think is important, I care about, I'm passionate about. So I'm excited for you guys to see it. Hi, Ducky. How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. Volt said, I've been loving my Paladin. Want to know how much of an alcoholic I am? My main is lower level than yours. Nice. Dude, it's addicting, man. It is very easy to get into that cycle of try out a new race, try out a new class, play 10, 15 levels, decide, you know, have a blast with it, and then decide, you know, I kind of want to try this other race. I want to try this other class. So I get it. I have become somewhat of a alcoholic myself. Zugrella said, about to jump into raid, can't multitask, otherwise I'd be watching the stream. Have fun in your adventures. Thank you, Zugrella. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay, I need to actually prepare for this fight, so I just kind of ran out here and doing some stuff. I've been obsessed with my gnome mage recently. She's already at level 53. Dang, nice, nice. Happens to me every time. Yeah, like I said, it is an easy thing to do, that is for sure. Gosh dang it. Made the ultimate mistake, guys. I ran out of mana without having any water conjured up. Let's fix that problem. We're getting close. It's really, I'm really taking the turtle's pace here to level 70. The last week I've been trying to make some of these little topical talking discussion videos, and I'm only playing 20 to 30 minutes at a time as I'm talking, and I'm just slowly getting this bar up. It's been really busy. I've just been exhausted. I've been going to bed pretty early for me, at least. My typical time to go to bed is like 11:30 or later. But the past week or so, with my health and tiredness and whatever's going on, I've been trying to go to bed at like 10, sometimes 10:30, just trying to get a little bit of extra sleep, trying to give my body a little bit of extra rest. What's up, bro? My best bro is getting married. We watched a lot. Nice. Congrats to your best bro, my dude. That's awesome. Getting married, that is a huge event. Big milestone. Congrats to your friend. Hopefully he chose the right one. It makes a huge difference. I've had some friends that have chosen the right girl, and I've had some friends that have chosen, you know, maybe not the right girl. Who you marry is, if you end up getting married, it's probably the most important decision of your entire life. Apart from maybe some other, if you're spiritual, religious, things like that, I think marriage is probably the #1 most impactful decision you could ever make. Falcon, dude, Falcon, don't even talk to me about Skyrim, man. I will sink into a very dark, deep depression. I haven't been able to play, man. I would love nothing more to play some Skyrim. I just now that I'm back to full time, I don't have the time. Oh, thanks. Someone just decided to kill that guy for me. 3 out of 4, nice. Once I get this next video out in the next few days, I will take maybe a week or so, just enjoy gaming again, do some Skyrim playthroughs, level up a bit more for Classic. I'll take a little break. And then I'll start working on my Draenei Shaman video. I'm excited about that one. I'm excited. I'm going to resort back to a little bit more detailed storytelling, but ooh, we got it, 4 out of 4. But I think I'm going to do a little bit more hybrid. The TBC Classic first impressions video, where I didn't really go into every single quest and every single detail, and it did really well. I think a lot of people really enjoyed that, so we'll try and get a little hybrid action going, and you know, maybe share about some of the quests, the stories, go a little bit more in detail, but also keep some of that bird's eye 1,000-foot view and give some of my like insight analysis for the class, for the zone, things like that. We shall see. I'm interested to see if people like this next one. I am interested to see. Essentially, it's going to be how to enjoy MMOs again. What you can do if you've lost that spark that you once had. What are the reasons that people fall out of love with their MMO, and how can they get that excitement, that magic back that they once had when they were kids? It's looking to be about 20 minutes. I think I'm going to, so it's really interesting. When I was starting the channel and doing classic WoW videos, a lot of people told me I got the advice that my videos weren't long enough. I was doing about, what is this? Oh, what's this? Oh, I need this for a quest. Nice. This strange object appears to be some sort of engineered device, though nothing like anything you've ever seen before. Judging by its appearance, you'd say that whatever it is, it's already been used. And judging by the layout of the corpses here, you'd have to guess that it was used to deadly effect, whatever it is. Okay, I think that was the quest. I don't think there's anything else interesting. So this device went off and killed everyone, it looks like. Got Warden Treelos there. Anyways, I got the advice that, yeah, your videos just aren't long enough. Oh, hello. Gotta hop on this bed here and kill this Terramoth. So I listened to that advice and I started trying to really like stretch and stretch and stretch my... What's going on? Oh, I'm silenced. What is this? I listened to that advice that my videos were not long enough. I started stretching them. I started making 20, 30, 40-minute videos, but I don't think that was actually the best advice. I don't think, they definitely weren't trying to be harmful, but I don't think it was really the best advice. Yes, YouTube cares about watch time, average watch time and all that, but I think what it really came down to was, I'm learning more and more, YouTube just cares if your subscribers are clicking on a video and if new viewers are clicking on your video. They don't care so much about how long your video is. Although the longer your video is, like if you were to compare a video with the exact same watch time, the exact same click rate for returning a new viewers, and then you were to not the exact same watch time, if you were if you were to compare a video had the same click rate and the same whoops, I don't even know what I'm saying. Basically, if you had a video that had the same click rate for new and returning viewers versus another one that was a little bit longer, the one that's longer will probably get pushed out a little bit more, but that's not the primary thing that YouTube looks at when it comes to the algorithm and stuff like that. It's more so, are people clicking on this video Are they interested? Is there a decent watch time? So I'm gonna focus less about making my videos long. I want to focus more on just making solid quality videos that aren't going to burn me out, because I don't think iDucky's probably here anymore. But man, you make a 45-minute, hour-long video just straight, it takes 2 to 3 weeks to make. It is exhausting. It is really, really tiring. It's amazing to see how it turns out, but it is absolutely exhausting. Vold, thank you so much for subscribing. 2 months. Thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah. You work like 2 to 3 weeks on a single, that's the thing. The thing is, when you make like a 15-20 minute video, your time making the script, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 days, and then you'll record the vocals. It'll take you a day's worth of work to do that, and then it'll take a few days to edit. Like that's really not too bad. You can make a video, it's 15-20 minutes in about a week and a half or so, something like that. But when you're doing like an hour-long video, woof, you're working on that script for like 2 weeks. And some of it's not even just your availability. Some of it's just, you're just so, like, you're so tired after your 8th page of single space Arial 11 font storytelling that you're just like, oh, I need a break. So it's almost nicer. I feel like it's a little bit more enjoyable, less taxing when you make videos that are more like 15-20 minutes at a time. Every now and then there's probably a reason to make an hour-long video. So for example, if and when I do end up covering Skyrim, that one will probably be longer because it's just going to be a one standoff video and that's it. So making it longer totally makes sense. But for some of my storytelling and like classic WoW and stuff, I think, 15 to 20 minutes. And it's interesting because a lot of people say, oh, it's not long enough. We need more. Like, I was just starting to get into it. Well, really interestingly enough, I think that's actually better. It's better to have a video that's slightly too short than a video that's too long. If your video is slightly too short, people feel disappointed that there's not more, and they're excited for the next one. They're like, oh, I wish there was more. But if your video drags on and it's too long, it's 45 minutes an hour, and people can only make it 20-30 minutes, then they leave the video early and they're like, oh, that's just, all right, that's enough for now. It's like their perspective on it is, it's the difference between, eating a meal and you walk away like feeling good versus, and you like, you feel good that you ate the meal and you're excited to go back to that restaurant and try it again, versus like you leave just totally stuffed, feeling sick, and you're like hobbling out of the restaurant like, oh man, I shouldn't have eaten that much. I don't know if that makes sense. I think there's some sort of psychology in there that makes sense. How long did this 7-hour video take? Yeah, I mean, it took a year. It took a year. So to be fair, I did not purely work on the classic WoW 1 to 60 journey. I had Guild Wars 1 review in there. I did a 120 hour classic WoW review in there. I did level 1 through 20 for my Orc Warrior. That's an hour and a half, something like that. Did I say Guild Wars 1? The Guild Wars 1 thing. I guess I need to talk to this guy. Hold on.
Go in peace. May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Okay.
Ancestors.
Nice. Blues in the thicket. Sounds right. That there was a strange object on the ground. Is this what caused all of his death?
We shall meet.
Okay, I was gonna say there should be like a follow-up to this one. I don't know what to make of all this, but I do know how we can find more clues. Empor is a broken merchant that traffics in all sorts of goods and information. If you were to persuade him to talk, I'm sure he might have something interesting to say. Turum and Shatrath. Watch out though, he travels with the bodyguard. Find and convince Empor to tell you what he knows. Okay. Hey, Purple Fish, how is it going, my friend? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I was not just purely working on the level 1 to 60 video straight for a year and a half. Truthfully, it took a year to level to 60, and then if I hadn't been working on some of those all other projects. Oh, I also did this one's not on the channel anymore because it just wasn't right for the channel. The League of Angels best MMO ever spoof video, that took me a week or two to make that as well. So there were a bunch of things kind of in the midst of that 1 to 60 journey that made it take extra long. And just so you guys know, to this day, I still have people commenting on my 100-hour review video about, dude, 120 hours is nothing. That's like 1 hour a day. That's less than 1 hour a day. Like this. And I started commenting back with some of these people. I'm like, all right, just go ahead and make a 3 to 4 hour long storytelling video of one of your journeys. Why don't you do that? You come back, you tell me, how it's going. Tell me how long that takes you. And you know that none of them are going to do it because playing a video game just for fun is not the same as making YouTube videos for it. It's just not at all. Maybe your first 1 to 2 videos that you make are just so much fun and adrenaline, excitement. But after you've been doing this for a year or two, it becomes a lot more habitual. It feels, I love the creation process, that's why I do it, but it's not like every single moment it's like, oh, I'm just loving this, There are moments where you just have to hunker down, grind it out, use some discipline, patience, and remind yourself of why you're doing this and that it's going to be worth the work and energy and effort that you're putting into it. So making YouTube videos about video games is 100% different than just playing video games. I love it. I'm going to continue doing it, but I just don't I don't stand by anymore when people make comments like, "Oh, dude, it took you 100 hours in 6 months." Like, dude, that I did that in 1 morning. It's like, all right, man. Show me a storytelling video that you make, and then we can talk. Going pretty good on my shaman. I'm full abyss now for phase 1. Nice. I'm close behind you, Purple Fish. I'm almost level 70. And by almost, I mean I'm not even close. I have been slowly but surely leveling up. I'm the turtle. I'm the turtle. There's a lot of hares out there. There's a lot of rabbits. They've all been passing me, zooming past, and I'm just the turtle. I'm just slow and steady. You're gonna love raiding Max. Oh my gosh, I can't type Mac. I'm not almost close on my rogue. Hey, that's all right. Dude, I'm not an expert on World of Warcraft. I'm not an expert on Classic WoW, but from my experience, the leveling is the best part. I mean, for me, leveling has 100% been the best part. I do enjoy dungeons. I do enjoy some of that grind stuff, getting some good gear, upgrading to Abyss, things like that. But the best part of this entire journey and experience in World of Warcraft has by far been the leveling. Level 1 through 20 was just magical. The human starting zone, and I've had a lot of fun with some of the other starting zones as well. And then certain aspects and certain levels with this mage, with the orc warrior, the shaman. I've got a night elf hunter. Like, the most memorable moments and experiences have been from leveling. I don't think I'll ever look back on my Classic WoW experience and think about the dungeon grinds or the gear or the. I think it'll always be the initial leveling 1 to 60 and the exploration and the discovery that I've been able to experience, and the community. I think exploration, discovery is number 1. You know, the world is incredible. And then I think second to that would be the community, the people that I've met along the way. It's been awesome. And then I'd say third is like, okay, yeah, and then there's some end game, there's dungeon, there's raids, all that stuff. It's fun. But it just doesn't really compare to that initial leveling journey. Hey, finally able to hop on. Wow, yeah. We're out here, mummy. Doing a little bit of leveling. I'm currently running back and forth on this road, seemingly for no purpose. I think this is my 7th or 8th time. I thought that there was going to be quest NPC supposed to be on this road, but I don't know where he is. This is why Vanilla WoW is the greatest MMO of all time. I know, and I don't understand. I don't understand why some of the more modern MMOs don't put more value and emphasis on the leveling journey. I genuinely don't get it. New World had a pretty fast leveling experience. I think you could get level 1 to 60 or 65, whatever it was, in a week or 2. It really didn't take that long, and people still complained about it. People were still complaining that it took 1 to 2 weeks to get to max level. I'm like, people, what is wrong with you? Like, where is your sense of adventure? Where is your desire for, you know, going on a journey and actually leveling and progressing in a way that feels rewarding and satisfying? And the crazier thing is that the New World devs changed the leveling experience, made it faster, and people were still complaining. You could literally sit down if you really wanted to, and you could get from level 1 to max level in New World within 3 to 4 days if you really wanted to. Just follow the MSQ. There's some other side quests and stuff you could do. And people were still complaining like, oh, it takes too long. It's like, what are you talking about? Have you ever played old school RuneScape? I hadn't played Classic WoW at the time, but now I could say, have you ever played Classic WoW? Kids these days, am I right? You're wise to find me. There's much that I can show you. The eyes of Skedis. Doom hearkens from the cliff of Skedis, my people, the Arakoa. Eric watches colonies. Bring the eye rest in the eye of shining too. Okay. Oh, guys, we'll get some potion. Ooh, you'll be able to choose one of these rewards, guys. We could get a potion or a mana potion. I'm really excited about those rewards right there. It's so funny. There's some rewards in TBC that are just like, dude, this is awesome. And there's others that are like, why is that a reward? Want a single potion? Am I being too critical here? I'm getting all fired up. All right, I think it's time, guys. We're in a pretty good spot. I mean, there's still some, but this is deceiving it. There's a question mark here, but what's over here? The Dread Relic? Taken in the night, an improper burial? Maybe we should go over there. There's something down here, and I don't know what it is. Therefore, I want to find out what it is. Let's go down there, see what it is. Oh, there was a really cool spot. It's probably one of my favorite quests so far. It was something to do with the Shadow Tomb. I can't remember what the quest was called, but it was down here in this little, I don't know, undead area of Terrakar. But it had you go down into the Shadow Tomb, and it reminded me a lot of Duskwood when you have to go down into the tombs and kill all those like skeletons and stuff. It was similar to that. Kind of felt like a little solo dungeon, which I really like. Something over here. Oh, what is this? Urdak? I guess we can stop and see if I can kill this Urdak creature along the way. I don't remember picking up this quest, I'll be totally honest. There's also a who are they quest. You think when they, you know, raise the quest log capacity to 25 that's gonna fix all your problems, but then you just fill it up with 25 anyways, and you're still stuck with the same problem of having to go back and delete quests or abandon quests. You know, from old zones or things that you've out-leveled. This looks like a cool spot. The Vale Skith. There's something that I need to do over here. I need to kill a named guy, a named boss or something. Captive children. Oh no! Run, children, run! Flee! Good job, guys. Good job. They all just... Is this the guy? No. Wait, let's free these children. Requires a Vale Skith prison key. Ooh. I like that. Like a little treehouse thing. Okay, okay. Are you a friend? Friend or foe? Ragan Frieder. I think that we're just waiting for this Urdak. Oh, some dinosaur eggs up here. This is pretty cool. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Star Wars. The Wookiees, not the Wookiees, but the Ewoks. Is that what they're called? Yeah, I think so. I ran into the best group of randoms last night in Westfall. It was such a great experience. Dude. Having a good random group is the best feeling in the world. It makes such a huge difference, especially when you're running a dungeon for the first time. The group that you get stuck with makes a huge difference. I remember there was one of the best groups I had was in Manitombs, and we had this tank who was just so chill. I mean, whatever he was having, you know, give me some of that. He was so chill. If someone made a mistake, he's like, no worries, guys, we're out here vibing, we're just chilling, we're just having a good time. He was cracking jokes left and right. It was awesome. I'm like, dude, that's my kind of gamer right there. Why we gotta take it so seriously all the time? Now, someone did make a good comment. Ooh, there's Urdak. Hopefully Ragan Frieder doesn't die. Let's kill this guy first. Focus him. Now we'll go to Urdok. Perfect. Should be good. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Good job. Nice job, thanks. Smiley face. I always gotta hit him with that smiley face. Oh, we got another one. Oh boy. How do we free the children? No problem, thanks for the group. GG's, GG's. Someone did make a really good point the other day on one of the comments. They basically just clarified the difference between, you know, a pug dungeon, random dungeon group versus heroic dungeons and raids and stuff like that. And I told they were just saying like, you know, it kind of sucks though when you get in a heroic raid or a heroic dungeon and someone shows up with terrible gear, they don't know anything about it, and your team wipes, you're not able to complete it because of that person. And I told them I absolutely 100% agree, because when you're doing something like heroic dungeons or raids, there's a certain expectation, there's a certain standard that it's heroic, it's meant to be more challenging, and therefore if you are a part of that group, you need to elevate your standards and match that of, maybe it doesn't have to be exactly to the extent of other people in your party, but you should at least, you know, up your standards. You should at least know something of what's going on, have some decent gear, and try to perform to the best of your ability. You know, that is a situation where, yeah, it's meant to be challenging and more competitive. You can't just go into that thinking like la di da di da, I'm here just having fun. If that's your mentality, just go back to a regular pug or regular raid or whatever. But you don't want to, if you're going into a more challenging, something that's designed to be challenging, you should you just don't want to be the person that ruins it for everyone else because you're not taking it seriously. So I understand that. I was so nervous to start doing the level 60 dungeons when I first started playing. My gear was complete trash. Yeah, but like, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be nervous going into level 60 regular dungeons, because they're not meant to be, they're not meant to be crazy challenging. And if someone's giving you a hard time with those dungeons, unless you're the tank and you're just not surviving at all, or you're the healer and you can't keep your tank alive, as long as you're doing your job, if it takes a little bit longer, then it's fine. You shouldn't stress about it, because those are just meant to be fun. They're meant to just be for more casual people. If people want to get their panties in a bunch because it takes a little bit longer, because you're not doing, you know, min-maxing optimal damage, then just let them be mad. Guess we're just gonna wand this out here. I ended up having a ton of fun with them grinding for my prebis. Nice. I mean, sometimes I don't care if you don't do much damage, but at least know the mechanics and avoid dying or stressing the healers to cleanse you every 2 minutes. It depends. What are you referring to, Falcon? Are you referring to random pugs, or are you referring to more, you know, challenging like heroic dungeons and stuff? Because you said if you don't do much damage, it's fine, but at least know the mechanics and avoid dying. Well, what if it's their first time? Or what if it's their second time? Or what if, I mean, a lot of people don't think about this, but what if the person on the other side of the screen has some sort of disability or something along those lines? Like, you really just never know. whenever I go into a random dungeon group or pug or something like that, I just have zero expectations on the other people in the group. I'm really hopeful that the tank and healer can keep everyone alive, but apart from that, it's like it is what it is. You're just going in, you're kind of taking the gamble, but that's, you know, it sucks to maybe lose some time or progress with it, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But like I was saying, if you're going into something like heroics, well then that's different, because the standard and the expectation should be, everyone should be on the same level of expectation. Like, we're going into this, it's going to be very challenging, you need to take this seriously, you should know, you should study up mechanics and raid stuff, things like that, because it's a lot more important. It's made to punish you if you don't know what you're doing, whereas the regular dungeons and stuff, they're not really designed that way. Yeah, they'll punish you a little bit. Like, for example, Pandemonius. Did I know that he reflected damage from your spells when he went and goes into the void? No. So the first time I was fighting him, I died because he killed me. Because I killed myself, I guess. But I learned, you know, thankfully no one like got on me or whatever. I learned, and next time I kind of figured it out. But if you go, I don't know, I'm guessing there's like I don't know what the heroics, guys, I don't even know what the heroics are. Are all dungeons heroic? Is there a heroic level for all dungeons, or is it just certain dungeons? We also need to remember that a lot of times there's a kid behind a character, and there's a good chance they're like, yes, thank you, mummy. That's exactly what I was saying. It's like, you don't know who's behind that other screen. I think one of the most like convicting things for me, especially when I was playing League of Legends, was I would get in these little, you know, tiffles with people going back and forth, and I'm ashamed to say there were times that I would make just terrible comments to people about how they suck, or they need to learn to get good, or whatever. And then I get off and I think, what if that was like some 13-year-old kid, you know? Here I am, an adult, acting like a little child. And like, maybe I just made some kid that was just trying to have some fun cry, you know what I mean? I mean, heroic dungeon. No dungeons. Okay. All right. Glad we're on the same page for that. In that case, explain your situation. Players are mostly friendly and would gladly run it for you. I will say, for the most part, when I did a dungeon for the first time, I usually told people, hey, just so you guys know, this is my first time. I kind of stopped doing that towards the higher level I got, because I learned that for the most part in regular dungeons, they're really just not that serious. I went into it thinking, oh, these are going to be really, really challenging. They're not really. As long as you have a good tank and a good healer, the regular dungeons, they're really not that difficult. There's some mechanics here and there that you got to know, and you want to try and make sure you're getting some good damage off, which I probably wasn't. But other than that, just keep your people alive, and you're probably going to get through it. I used to play Destiny 2. I ran so many dungeons and raids with new players, but if they don't know, they should tell me. Better than lying, saying they know, and they're completely confused. Yeah, it's always a good idea if you are a first-time player. I know for a fact that anytime someone would say to me in games that I was more experienced, like, hey, first time, by the way, 100%. They get a pass. They get a free bathroom pass. The entire dungeon or whatever the game or activity was that I was doing, they just get a free pass. And I try to come alongside them, and if you know, something bad happens, give them a little bit of feedback, but just be like, don't worry about it, it's fine, it's not a big deal. What's more important, you finishing your dungeon in X amount of time, or making sure that that other person had a fun experience? And maybe like, do you want to be the reason that someone quits the MMO that you love, or do you want to be the person You want to be the reason that someone falls more in love with the MMO that you love. Which person do you want to be? For me, the choice is pretty clear. I actually remember I created a new character in New World for the first time. Had a tough time, but I had a really awesome guild. They walked me through everything, taught me everything that they knew they knew, and it played the game for about a year, and then kind of fell out of love with it. Took a break, decided, dude, you know what? My experience with New World and my guild was just the greatest thing ever. What if I could give that experience back to a group of new players when the new console release or whatever, or the new expansion came out? And so I created a new character and I started a new guild a second time, and it was basically totally dedicated to new players showing up in New World to try and be a person that like gave people the experience that would want to make them stay and come back to the game, rather than the majority of people who were just always griping and complaining and talking about how terrible the game was and all these different things. Like, I tried to just take people under my wing. We created this guild that was awesome. It was so much fun. Had some good friendships in there. Eventually it kind of died out, but I had so much fun creating this guild and giving people a community and a positive experience that they could, you know, connect with this game that I loved, rather than being a person to just gripe and complain that, oh, there's no content, or oh, the PvP's not balanced, you know, all this stuff. Now, eventually, after they played the game for like 1,500 hours, they realized that, oh yeah, it does kind of suck. But hey, we had fun until, you know, before they got to that point. Let's see what we got here. Long ago, Caravan went to Ogden. I want the mission to take it. Go east to the derelict to recover the dread relic. Return to Oakern when the task is complete. Remember the lessons of we gotta drop some quests here. We could probably get rid of some of the Zangermarsh stuff. I don't know. Let's just get rid of some Zangermarsh. Probably not going to go back there. Get rid of some of these green ones. Make a little bit of room. I'm not really the type to get annoyed, but if I'm back from a 12-hour shift, I barely get 2 to 3 hours to play. I don't mind, but I prefer to not have someone ruin my one chance to play by lying and saying they know how to run the raid when they clearly don't. Yeah, that makes sense.
What's on your mind?
What I'm saying is, you have every right to be frustrated and, you know, to be disappointed with the waste of time or whatever. But what you do with that is really important. Do you handle that with maturity and character, and you're like, that really sucks, but am I going to berate and take this out on the other person and like ruin their day or maybe their first time experience? I would hope not. And I try to live by that mantra as well. Like, yeah, do I get frustrated or annoyed? Yeah, it sucks when someone wastes my time, but am I gonna like start sending them toxic DMs and things like that? No. And I don't think anyone should do that. It's just a game at the end of the day, but you can use that experience. Think about it this way. You can use that experience to help you grow as a person. And in a way, that dude that sucks at the video game is actually doing you a favor, because they're helping you grow in patience, in just being a more respectful, kind person. You know, silver lining. Try and look at it that way. This one, oh, you look like you is a 2-person. Group content, am I right? You successfully make it back without any casualties. Turn it over to the blah.
Off with you.
Oh, we're going. Hold up, guys. Wait for me. Oh, wait. Commander Ravage. Is there nothing that can be done 7 times? Battlefield. Okay. Okay.
Do not lose faith.
Wait, guys. Uh-oh.
The Naru have not forgotten
Taken in the
us.
taken in the night?
Blessings upon your family.
Okay, free 6 webs. Okay.
May your days be long.
All right, am I following this
your
one?
hardships.
So yeah, you can actually send them a DM, Falcon. You can just say, "Hey, thank you so much for helping me grow in patience tonight." They'll love that. Thank you so much. I've really been wanting to grow as a person, and you are really challenging me. You're making it really difficult for me. So thank you. Thank you. I have dungeon anxiety, so I don't do them often. For me, it depends. I don't want to sound like an a-hole, but if it's a timed or limited event that I'm trying to farm before it goes away, then yeah, I would be selfish. Sorry, but it's my honest opinion. No, that's totally fine. No, I don't rage at games. I just shake it off and go with it and teach them. I only kicked one guy from raid group before, and it was my friend. See, now if it's your friend, now all rules are off. You berate and you toxic DM them. You get them on the call. You get them on FaceTime. You know, make a YouTube video about it, how terrible they are. Post it on X, Snapchat, Instagram. You don't let them live it down. Now, so that's totally different. Kill him with sarcastic kindness, exactly. We're here, start digging. I'm just following this guy. Protect the explorers. It said this was suggested to have 2, so I'm kind of expecting some elite mobs to pop up here and for us to just get totally wiped. We'll see. Now, I'm a really patient guy. You'll have to try really, really hard to actually make me. Well, that's great. That's great. I want to say that I'm similar in those regards. I think Zoe would agree with that. I have a pretty good threshold. However, I feel like maybe you can agree with me. I feel like I have a pretty high threshold for getting angry, but because it's like, how do I explain this? It's like the threshold is high, but that doesn't mean that once you hit the threshold that you're going to get a low reaction. Like, I feel like the level of potential anger is still risen, even though I'm not showing the anger, but like it's still up there. So then if you do meet that threshold, even though it's higher, like you're not going to get a low reaction. You're probably going to get a really, really high reaction of anger. like I'm probably going to blow up more than if I was someone who just got angry more often. I don't know if that makes sense. I kicked him out of the raid at the last boss. I got the loot he wanted. Nice. Yeah, and then you rub it in their face. You send them that DM. Send them those. Oh, what is this? Bone sifter. Oh boy. Who is this? Kill the bone sifter. Yeah, you rub it in their face. Send them a screenshot. Haha. Look what I got. You suck. I'm the best. Alright, little lost spirit. No need to attack me here. The screams were like music to my ears. Where's the shame lady from Game of Thrones? Shame. Shame. Protect the explorers complete. Very nice. This was a suggested 2 quest? No, this was something else. Wait. That was exceptionally easy. That was exceptionally easy. Broken skeleton. Oh, the broken skeleton was just standing there frozen. I was like, is it broken because it just, like, if it's broken, it can't move? Yeah, they always say, be wary of the quiet guy, because when they reach that breaking point, an explosion happens, because everything held in there is going to be unleashed. Exactly. That is me. That is me. Actually, I do have a story about that from work. This was maybe a few weeks before my back injury really got bad. Here, let me get through this and I'll tell you guys about it. I'll have to think up the story because it's a good story, but I need to make sure that I actually am remembering it correctly. Okay. Bring him 8 mature bone sifter carcasses. Okay. We've picked up some stuff. Let's see if there's some stuff here. Slain Shatar Vindicators and slain Akanai warriors. So yeah, we'll just go around and kill some guys, burn their corpse, and we'll talk about this story. I guess we'll kill some broken skeletons as well. All right, so I do kind of remember what happened. So at my work, we have call shifts, and our department closes around 5:30. After that, everything after like 5:36 is typically picked up by the primary call shift and the backup call shift. There's also different starting times. So some people start at like 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8, and we all get off at different times. Well, there was a stretch for like a month or two. It just felt like a lot of people around me were getting to go home early, and I was being forced to stay for my entire shift. I had kind of voiced my frustration to some people, and after it just kept happening over and over and over, I was just starting to bubble up. It was starting to bubble up. So then one day I'm in one of the procedure rooms, and it's getting pretty late. I'm texting some of the people that are still there, asking what's going on, and they basically try and swindle me. They try to make me do something that would cause me to have to stay later, and they would get to go home early. I just lost it. After the procedure was done, I walked back to where they were, the post-procedure area, and I let them have it. I railed them into it, and they said something along the lines of, you know, you could be a team player. And I just looked at them. I said, you're trying to stick me with this garment. You're trying to do this, and you know it. And I was like, and they were just like, what the heck? Z-Mech does not normally respond this way. I'm forgetting to burn the corpses, I just remembered. And there was another person like close by, and they kind of like took a step back because they had never seen me ever blow up like that. That's just not my typical response to things. Some of it was the fact that here, I think it's
I'm out of range.
this one. Do I put this here?
I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Out of range? What do you mean I'm out of range?
Get closer.
I'm right on top of him. Anyways. Yeah, it was not good. It was not good. The next day, I went and talked with my coworker, and I apologized.
I'm out of range.
I did not, here's the thing. I did not tell her that she was in the right, because I do not think she was in the right. I think what she was doing was manipulative and not kind. And the fact that she was accusing me of being a bad team player. Oh, I'm supposed to burn the good guys. Okay. The fact that she was blaming me for not being a good team player, I was like, what about you? You're supposed to be here until 6. I'm supposed to be off at 5. If I do this thing, I'll be here till 5:30. You'll get to leave. How is that fair? And so it's like, I did not tell her like I was in the wrong in terms of what I was saying, but my response to the situation was wrong. I could have handled it a lot better. I still think she was in the wrong for what she was trying to do, but my response was inappropriate. Not a good response. There was this activity that needed 9 players to complete in Destiny 2. I believe it was a shotgun, one of the best weapons in the game. My friends got it the first round. I played so many times I started soloing it, got the weapon after 216 tries. Now that's crazy. And it got nerfed a week after I got it. Oh, dude. That sucks. Oh, so these Doomslayers are resurrecting the bad guys? How's this working? What are we at here? We're almost done. 4 of 8. We need these warriors.
I need to get closer.
You have no idea how many times that happened to me. I totally get how it feels. We're on good terms though again. She appreciated that I approached her and I apologized for the way that I responded, and I also talked to the other person that was in the room as well, and I told them that was inappropriate and shouldn't have responded that way, and I will do better in the future. Had this happened to me many times at work where I had to stay my entire shift, or a few hours actually, because someone is late. There was an emergency that had to be taken care of. Yeah, dude. Oh, that's the worst. When I worked on the ICU, it was 24-hour care. So 12-hour day shift, 12-hour night shift. The nice thing about that is even though someone could show up late and you have to stay a little bit later, or maybe they have to find someone to replace, for the ICU, day and night shifts, 24-hour thing, you knew someone was going to come. Someone was going to come and relieve you. For this procedural shift, the thing that sucks is, and this has happened to me, if you get screwed over by the scheduler or by someone else, or they mess up, they send the wrong person home, and you end up staying, there's no one to cover you. Let's see. Like, there's no one to cover in this position. There we go. That's 8 out of 8. Okay. Okay, we're good with that. Like, there's no one to cover, and no one's coming back in. There, the shift ends at 5 or 6. There's no one else coming. So, if no one's there, like, you're just screwed. You just have to stay until the case is over, or until something happens. Like, yeah. So it's not fun.
Remain vigilant.
It is not enough. Here's needed. Our forces are overwhelmed. Ravage. Slay 12 Akanai initiates and 5 Akanai Doomslayers. What is this? Mature bone sifter carcasses. Where are those things? In the end, I ruined it for the entire team. Reported to the higher ups in the company. They all had to come for the entire shift. One time we had a USA vessel come for loading oil. The captain of the vessel had a stroke. Oh, that's not good. At the end of my shift, and the guy after me didn't arrive. Port Max also for some stupid reason didn't come to work in time. So you can imagine the complications I had to go through to get him to a hospital. Oh my gosh, that sounds terrible. Stroke is no laughing matter. That can be oftentimes deadly. if not at least just totally life altering. I had to say 5 hours over my shift, so a total of 17 hours, and they want me to be there early the next day to report. That's the annoying thing is, all right, if I have to stay because there's a medical emergency or someone, you know, something like that, all right, that's fine, that's fine. But as a leadership or management, you should then try to counter that and, you know, you should try and compensate your employees for going above and beyond in an emergency situation or something like that. Like if you had, obviously, like in this situation, you had to stay 5 hours over. They should have just said, "Hey, thank you so much for everything you did today. Why don't you, you know, take a few extra hours tomorrow? Don't worry about, you know, come in a little bit later if you need to." Just hit 70 on my shaman earlier today. Kirky Poo, congrats, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. Hopefully I'll be somewhat shortly behind you. It's gonna be a little bit, but we're making progress slowly but surely. Congrats. Once I'm done with the video that I'm working on, I will have a little bit more time to level up. Maybe I'll probably take a little break from video creation stuff for a week or so. Just focus on leveling, playing some classic WoW or Skyrim. And yeah, maybe we'll get it just straight to 68 or something like that this next week. We're just chilling out, vibing tonight, finishing up some stuff in Terrakar Forest. There really are just so many quests. Every time I think that I've exhausted a lot of the questing, I take a look at the map and see that there's more opportunities to be had. That is one of the reasons I am still using Questy, is there's just so many quests out there that if you don't know exactly where to look, it's really easy to miss them. So I really like the fact that you can open your map and be like, okay, there are some quests and stuff to explore and discover over there. It has also greatly helped me in terms of being able to play the game, but then have a stronger focus on chat and community talking with you guys. It takes a lot more brain power when I have to really read through and analyze every single thing for quests and then try and like figure out where I'm going, but then still trying to talk to people in chat. It's been a good decision. I'm glad that I'm using it. Best thing about level 70 is having bloodlust. Same, I like trying to do all the quests in the zone. Yeah, I'm not like a total completionist. If you were to look at my map, you'd see that pretty quick. But I like to at least get to, you know, explore most, you know, all the different areas and different opportunities and stuff for questing. So I am definitely not a completionist type of person. There's people out there, I think they're crazy, man. There's people out there doing things like zone lock, expansion locked. You know, I have to 100% every single zone, every single, you know, whatever it might be before I can. It's like, no. That does not sound like fun to me. No, thank you. No, thank you. It's not that they wanted me to come on time. My shift starts at 4. They wanted me to come at noon to report the case. Take in mind I left work at 8 or 9. It takes me 1 hour to go. So they wanted you to come in early. Not only were they wanting you to come back at, you know, on time for your shift, they were wanting you to come back 4 hours earlier. So I did the best thing and skipped the entire shift that day. There you go. Just F him, dude. Just be like, nah. I'm taking a day off. Screw you guys. I've done that. Man, it all depends on where you work and your manager and leadership and things like that. Where I work right now, I have to be careful because, I mean, I don't think tons of people... I probably shouldn't even talk about that much, but there's a lot of discipline that's handed out pretty quickly, like not a ton of questions asked. A lot of threats about, you know, discipline process being followed for things here and there, and it's pretty exhausting, man. You study to become a nurse because you want to help people and serve people, and then you get to the hospital and come to find out the most important thing is not you taking care of people. It's about making sure you cross your T's and dot your I's and make sure you're following all the protocol and making sure you're documenting everything correctly. And it's like, it's crazy. Does that guy have a mouth on his skirt? Did you guys see that? The death speaker, when he was moving around, it looked like he had a little, like a mouth on his gown. It's interesting. Yeah, I think he does. Kind of want to get closer to see that. I just want to max level every class. That would be cool. I've thought about that, Puma. I've thought about that, and then I decided, nope. I'm not going to do that. It's a really cool thought, but nope. Nope. I know for a fact that in terms of content creation, there's definitely going to be a much better way for me to go about making videos and content and stuff. And if I took on that challenge of like, I want to reach level 60 for every race and class, like I would just have to dedicate all my time to classic WoW. I couldn't look at like doing anything else. My manager was a temporary manager because unfortunately the manager performed passed away. They needed someone to cover. Oh, that sucks. Story just keeps this story goes from bad to worse, Falcon. ZMAC next video, 2100 hours max leveling gearing every class and WoW. I think iDucky's trying to do that, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think iDucky's trying to do that. iDucky, what a guy. He's been trying to get me to play this game called, I think it's called Flesh and Blood. Have you guys heard of that? It's a deck building game. It's kind of like Magic the Gathering, but supposedly it's a little bit different. He says it's better. I've never played it, but he really enjoys it. He just wants to get to 60, not the gearing. Oh, but you're trying to get to max level and max gearing. Nice. Can we finish that quest? Let's see. We've got to kill one more Doomslayer. I'm not trying to make it sound any worse, but that's what happened. Nah, I get it. I hear you. It sounds rough. What is this? Whoa. Terebus the Cursed. That's cool. Do we get to fight that? I kind of want to fight that thing. That's really cool. No, not the gearing necessarily. Want to make aware, so left the company. I found a better, more paying job, and Orange decided to start a war next to where I work. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man. But at least level every class to 70. You want to get to 70 now? So it's no longer 60, but it's also to 70? I hear that leveling from 1 to 60 in TBC Classic doesn't take as long. It's like a 20% increase in XP It's kind of nice. I think I think that's kind of nice. I like the pacing of classic WoW, especially like level 1 through 20. I do feel like levels 25 through 45 are just a tad bit slow. Just a tad bit slow. I wish they were a little bit faster in those mid regions. But other than that, the pacing is really, really good. And you've done it, Zemak. Because of you, we have made a new discovery.
Remain vigilant.
In the soul, they sealed a coffin. Dragged out from the upper crypts. Each one, you must battle your way to the western side of Akhenaten to disturb the contents of that coffin and defeat it. If you lose your way, destroy whatever is inside that coffin. Ooh, what's this? Increases damage. Healing done by mana effects by up to 21. That's not even close to my gold weave tunic. It's not even... It's like half the damage increase. That's not worth it. Alright, let's see what we can do for quests over here. There's some stuff over here. There's the Jade Relic. There's something in there. I guess we can kind of mosey in this direction. Explore this little unrevealed area. What's over there? What happens if... Oh, it just drops off. Oh, this is the edge of the world, sort of. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Ah! They should make like... They should make like a random shoot that... Oh, boy. Leave me alone! Using all of my resources to try and get away from these people. Okay. They should make a little chute by that edge that if you accidentally run into it or step into it, it just shook. Your character just slides down into the endless void. That'd be kind of funny. A little bit of trolling from the devs, but that would be kind of funny. Let's make it a better start. Hopefully today I'll go buy a new car. Fine. My car started 2008 until now. I think it's time to change. ZMAC looking at a dead planer, destroyed and barely holding itself together. That's pretty cool. Oh, dead planet. That's pretty cool. Yeah. The derelict caravan. Aha, here is the... Oh, what are they? What's going on? Don't kill me. No. Dang it. Alright, we're just gonna have to run here. I was gonna turn around and fight too, but I'll just get out of the aggro and run away so that I can fight another day. No, guys. No. Thank you. Decrepit cleft hoof. Getting so close to 77. We're so close. All right, let's get our buff back on. I kind of forgot about that. And we will do this a little more methodically. The Vengeful Husks. Poor guy's lost an arm. If I was undead and I had to come back to life, I would hope that I have at least both arms, you know? It'd be unfortunate. It's like the pharaohs of old. They believed that whatever their body condition was, you know, when they were buried, that's how it would be in the afterlife. And they would Oh, it's an accursed. What? What? Holy dread relic thralls, what's going on?
I can't cast that yet.
Can I go through this and just like kill these guys easily? Are they gonna disappear on me now? That was kind of crazy. I've never seen anything like that. Holy. Like what happens if with one of these? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good. Do you get any XP from them or no? No, it's just... Oh, there's one actual vengeful husk in the middle of them. Currently in Japan, it's 11:31 a.m. Nice. That sounds like fun. We are almost on the exact opposite side of the world. It's close to 10 p.m. here, so almost exactly 24 or 12 hours behind you. Or ahead of you? Behind you? Ahead of you? What are you drinking, by the way? A really crappy, cheap beer. It's not very good. It's called Mango Ride. I don't think, they probably don't have Aldi where you live. I think it's a German store, but it made its way to the US. Aldi is kind of like a knockoff brand grocery store. You just go there and they have a lot of food that is similar to name brand stuff, but it's not quite. It's like knockoff. You know, it's cheaper and it's just slightly not as good as name brand stuff. So if you're okay with not getting the higher quality name brand items, it's a great place to shop because you'll save some money. So that's where we go. We're okay. Oh, hello, Mr. Rotting Forest Rager. Oh, we can fight this guy.
I'm out of range.
Some of these guys, they look so intimidating, and then it's like, oh, it's just a level 65, should be fine. And they sell some alcohol. It's just some of their own brands or knockoff brands, and it's like a mango wheat ale. It sounded really good, but it's not very good. Just kind of drinking it to chill out and relax. It's cheap though. It was like $8 for a 6-pack, so can't really complain. I was just trying to, just trying it out, seeing what would happen. Hello. Oh. It's Sunday. Oh, nice. I like the fact that my Twitch doesn't load anyone else's chats besides mine, so I have to read the chats and stream to see chat. I got the egg sandwich. Nice. Bon appetit. Bon appetit. We're out here unlocking these nether web victims. Am I doing this right? Oh, I have to do this until I find Shatar warriors. Okay. Oh no, I killed the squirrel. Poor squirrel got caught in the crossfire. All right, are there going to be any Shatar warriors, or are they all just bad guys? What's going on? We don't have alcohol here. It's forbidden and illegal. We do have 0 alcohol beer though. Yeah, I know you can only see it on stream. All good. What? Is that actually a thing? Is it illegal? We do have 0 alcohol beer though. Cabal skirmisher. Yeah, it's forbidden in Islam. What? I did not know that. Do people adhere by that pretty like strictly? Or like, are there any? I know for some, for example, like Amish people in the US, if you've heard of Amish people, they have these really strict rules that they're not supposed to use modern day technology and things, vehicles and things like that. But they make these little workarounds where it's like, well, as long as you're not the one piloting the vehicle, or as long as you don't have X, Y, or Z on your phone, then it's not considered, you know, they make these like workarounds for stuff. Yay, we freed one. I'm hurt, but I can still run. Thank you, stranger. You're welcome. Yeah, most 90% of people. Gotcha. Haram. Okay, but some go to Dubai or Bahrain to drink alcohol. What's the consequence? What happens if you drink alcohol? Okay, what happens if you drink alcohol and you get caught drinking alcohol? Because I'm sure there's lots of people that drink it and they just don't get caught. No, we don't do workarounds on God's word. We believe it's God's commandment, so we adhere to it. Well, that's good. No, I think a lot of people roll their eyes at the some of the Amish people and just others. Oh my gosh, there's another there's another one. Zoe was just talking to me about this the other day. In the Mormon religion, Shatara Warrior Freed Nice. In the Mormon religion, you know, you're not supposed to have intercourse or anything before marriage, well, just in the Christian religion. But in Mormons, this was like a Mormon trend for some reason. I don't know. Well, apparently, for the Mormon youth, there was something that they were doing where they would lay, like, the guy and girl would like lay on top of each other, and then they wouldn't do anything, but their friend would jump on the bed for them. So they were not participating in the act, so it didn't count as intercourse. Just the crazy. It's like, are you? First of all, it's kind of weird that your friend would be there. Second, that absolutely still counts. Hi, welcome back. How was it? Good. What else did you guys do? That sounds good. Yeah. Nice. Oh, that's great. Yeah, Zoe just turned 29 recently.
29?
29?
We went to an escape room because all you people want to hear what I did tonight. And it was the hardest escape room, and we passed it only asking for 2 clues, and we were put on the leaderboard, and we were number 4.
Oh.
We finished it with 3 minutes to spare.
Nice. That's pretty good. You put on a leaderboard.
Yeah, I asked him, and he said yes.
Wow. So you were put on the leaderboard, but you didn't set any records. Is that what you're saying?
No. Clarification. We set a record. We set a record. We were just number 4. They put top 3, but we were 4.
Ah, I see. So you were close.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh boy. I'm low on mana here. And health. I might die actually. I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah. You distracted me, babe.
You're welcome.
Ah!
It's so funny because
Anytime that Zoe comes in, I don't know if you guys have this experience, but anytime that Zoe comes in, I'm always like dying or doing terrible in a game. Like it happens every single time. There's never a moment where she comes in, I'm like, dude, I just did something awesome. It's like she thinks I'm the worst gamer in the world because I'm always dying or doing something stupid when she walks in.
probably yes to the something stupid. Thanks, Falcon. Appreciate it.
All right, you are?
So I wrote a cozy fantasy, you guys, for all my fans out there, and I'm gonna start editing and working on it some more. So I'm gonna read a little bit of what I wrote.
There you go.
Because I have fans. Me and Falcon are tight.
Yo.
Love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye. I probably won't be on for much longer, honestly. There you have it. You heard it from the First Lady herself. New book coming out. Well, she already finished her second book.
So it was Shameless Plug. Book 2, Beneath the Shattered Light. My Kickstarter launches May 5th, 2026, aka in just over a month. So go ahead and type my name, Zoe Zeman, on Kickstarter, and you guys can buy book 2. And then it'll officially launch in September. My cozy fantasy will come out sometime in the springtime, and I have a contemporary romance that I'm writing. And the book 3 of my trilogy will come out September of next year. Okay, thanks, bye.
See, this is why she went out and hung out with some friends and celebrated her birthday. This is what happens to Zoe when she spends time with people. She gets like
Hyped up.
hyped, energetic, amped. I am the opposite. Like if I came back, I would be like a zombie, like, oh, I'm so drained. But she gets like hyped and that's why I've said many times, like Zoe would be a better streamer than me. There's no doubt. She'd be way more energetic.
I'll come live stream on here soon.
Yeah, no one's falling for that anymore. Everyone knows you're just a tease. You're just a tease.
No, this week would be the best time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got nothing going on except for cleaning. Okay, bye, friends.
Okay, bye. Can you press Alt F4? May 5th node, May 7th is my friend's marriage. Nice! I had someone hop on here earlier just to tell me that their friend was getting married. I was like, nice. And then they left. I'm like, okay, cool, cool. All right. Was that a wedding invite? Are you telling me I should be there? Baran Ronso. No, don't take that. You son of a gun. You son of a gun. I guess I could just run around trying to do what he does. Like, run around, just not fight anything. Wow. That guy's just a better gamer than me. You just realized I could have been doing this the whole time. There we go. We got it. And we're running, baby. Let's get out of here. Which Z-Mac clip? Savage, gentle, jalapeno, debated. What the heck? For anyone who missed her schedule. Oh, nice. Yeah, but what were we talking about? Dr. Puma said it. Yes. Dr. Puma said it. It's called soaking, Falcon. Yeah, so Falcon says WTF. Yeah, can you believe that? There's videos of it too. It's really strange. Like these young people, I'm pretty sure it's Mormon. It's a trend in like the Mormon sect. They do this thing called soaking where the guy lays on top of the girl and then their friend like jumps on the bed. And that apparently doesn't count. Can you press Control Alt any arrow key? I'm just not gonna press any of these suggestions. Yeah, Mormons are freaks. Yeah, Mormons are. I used to work with a guy. This was a long time ago when I was a busboy at Texas Roadhouse. And he was a very devout Mormon. And you know what? He was one of the nicest dudes I have ever met. Truthfully, he was super, super kind. Really, really nice. But yeah, didn't really agree with or understand all of the stuff that they believe in. That's some BS. Yeah, I know. It's like Falcon. It's like saying that's essentially like if you if you were to be sitting there and you like sat back and your mouth is open and someone poured alcohol into your mouth, that doesn't count. Because you're not actively drinking, right? That's essentially what it is.
Have not forgotten us. Remember the lessons of the past.
Saved so many. I didn't think we could ever see them again. We cannot thank you enough.
Do not lose faith.
Oh, Falcon, dude. Guess what I'm watching through right now? You're gonna be really excited. You kind of inspired me to do this a little bit. A little bit.
Good health, long life. Dionys Aka.
Nice. Oh, it's Terebus the Cursed. I'm gonna have to do this at some point. That's the flying dragon skeleton guy. I'm gonna have to try and do this. Okay.
Blessings upon your family.
Okay. All right. Might have been to the US. I could have had alcohol. I just didn't. Honestly, my demons. I want to keep heading. What? One Piece. I started. It's interesting because I tried to watch One Piece a long time ago. I just couldn't get into it. But now that I'm more invested in the actual live action series, I've enjoyed the anime a little bit more. The thing that the anime. Yeah, I already told you I watched the live action. But now I'm doing a little bit of the anime. The thing that I can't get past with the anime is how drawn out a lot of the fight scenes are. Dude, it takes like 4 or 5 episodes for one fight scene. It's like they just stand there staring at each other, and then it cuts to the other person. They're standing there staring at each other, and it cuts back, and they're twirling something for a few seconds, and then it cuts back to others, and then they're monologuing about their thoughts, and then it cuts to some backstory, and then it's like 5 hours later they start the fight. And so I do find myself fast forwarding from time to time, but it's funny because the live action just kind of got me invested, and I kind of want to just see where the story goes from here. I don't want to wait because I don't know how long we'll have to wait for the live action to get there. So it's like, maybe I'll just watch the anime. I don't got anything else to watch, so might as well. That was so annoying. That's why we have so many episodes. It's like Goku charging his power for 6 episodes to miss a punch. Exactly. Does it change? Does it get any better, or does it stay that way the whole time? I think another part of it is I know exactly what's happening right now. How many episodes in? I don't know how many episodes I'm in. Maybe I'm in, I don't know, 10, 12 episodes in. And I'm still watching stuff that I kind of already know what's going to happen. It gets so much better, but want my opinion? I would just read the manga. Oh no, dude. The thing is, I just like watching a show or something before bed, which is what I'm about to do here. I just pop on a show, watch it for 20, 30 minutes, and then fall asleep. Anyways. Yeah. Like I said, I read it, I enjoyed it. Nice. I'm glad. I'm gonna hop off here. This was fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. We had a good turnout tonight. It was fun. It's really, really fun when a good amount of people show up and say hey and chat for a bit. I really enjoy it. So I'm gonna probably just keep with this pattern or strategy. Not strategy, just this schedule for now at least. I'm not going to be streaming as much. I'll just stream on occasion. I think when I stream less, it feels more special and people are able to make more time for it if it's more sporadic and less frequent. So we'll just stick with that. I'll focus more on the topical discussion videos and the main channel videos, and this will count as day 34 for my 100-day challenge. So all right, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of the night, and I'll catch you guys later.